Good morning, welcome to the Barrel Roll Newscast for March 31st, 2018.
Today we're talking lots of Marvel stuff, starting with X-Men.
Fantastic Four comics.
Some Captain Marvel stuff.
As well as Pokemon Go field research update. We'll let you know what that is.
Stay tuned.
Hello, everybody. It goes down the drain.
And welcome to the Barrel Roll
That's why I'm upset.
Newscast.
Welcome.
March 31st.
That's why I'm upset about it.
Oh.
Yes, welcome to the Barrel Rolls thing, where we talk about news.
Yes.
And video games.
Yes.
And everything else.
Well, not
Yes.
just video games and movies today.
Not just those. Today.
No, we are branching out.
Kind of.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but those Marvel movies come from comics.
What?
Surprise! Plot twist. Not real life. Based on a
What?
true story.
I had to
I
laugh.
swear I saw Iron Man.
I was
Those
talking-
Infinity Stones exist.
I was talking to people yesterday about movies, and I'm like, "Oh, have you seen the Justice League movie yet?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Did you like Batman versus Superman more?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I'm like,
Who are you?
I don't know.
You are a 1%.
I don't know if we can be
Friends.
if we can talk anymore. And then he's like, "Well, in that new Thor movie, like, what trash?" And I'm like,
I don't think it was bad.
"I have to leave."
I was gonna say.
He thought Thor 2 was better than Thor 3.
No.
Okay, that's where I draw the line.
Really, you didn't draw that Batman vs Superman is better than Justice League?
No, well, that had some merit.
No.
Some
Not
merit.
at all.
Batman was better in Batman v Superman.
Nah, I think he was better in Justice League.
No.
I like
him better in Justice League.
He was more Batman-y in Justice League.
See, I felt well, and other than the shooting people part, like that part.
That's what threw me off.
That part can get cut, but like I felt he was a little too lighthearted in Justice
But
League.
he's getting older.
But I think also it's him pulling back, realizing what the
I
gravity
think so.
of the situation
And
what
again,
he's doing.
and we've talked because I watched Justice League, but I think obviously we talked about it last week. It would have helped if I had more Batman than
A real Batman
than
film.
a third of him being in a movie with Superman where you don't really get to know Batman, and
How
then
long, yeah.
Justice League.
And I think
And here's much Suicide Squad.
And I think a lot of that has to do with them trying to not do an origin story for Batman,
Because
like
it's done over and
like
over
Marvel did
again.
with.
Right.
But they kind of did origin
Spider-Man.
story with Batman vs Superman.
They did the wrong part of the origin story that
Yeah.
everybody knows. Give me the other part where it's like, how does he become?
Does he become a ninja, basically? Like,
I don't even need the ninja part. How does he become the guy who
Those are
starts
cool.
shooting people?
Right.
He's
Yeah,
lost
what
faith
hap-
in humanity.
I do not know that. Either way,
I'm
Hello,
taking a
welcome.
swing at it.
we're not talking DC today
We actually are not.
at all.
We are not. We just wanted to slide that in there.
Gotta slide
Here,
it.
keep it quiet.
I just thought it was a very interesting conversation where it's like, yeah, it's like these movies that everybody's like, and again, general audience members are usually like more attuned to,
Yeah.
are like, oh yeah, Justice League better, Thor 3 better than
Yes.
previous
Oh yes.
iterations,
Yes.
and then
Not that the bar was set.
The
very
1%.
high.
and he really was, and it was like Thor was just too bright and colorful for
You
me.
sure he wasn't just trying to get
No.
under your skin there?
No, because he had no idea. I'm like, but Thor was good, and he's like, what? Like he was surprised by
Thor was good.
me saying that.
I think it was still better than the second one. It's not my favorite, but it's still.
And I mean, I just watched the first one again not too long ago.
the
and
first
it's
one's
like,
not bad.
The first one holds up a little bit,
it does.
but Thor as a character has come.
The Dark World
in
was the
such a-
worst one out of all of them.
in
It's
like
pretty
such a
much
good way.
the weak leg
Yeah.
point in all of the MCU at this point.
What are you? Oh, okay.
Speaking of films that are not part of the MCU, well, let's get on to that one.
Yeah,
might
let's
be
just get
soon.
that.
Well, it depends on how this whole pans out. Fox's X-Men movie slate includes Deadpool 2, Dark Phoenix? Dark Phoenix, and the New Mutants. Well, Deadpool 2 is obviously on track. It's coming out.
We
and
have,
it's basically
we have trailers.
Done. It's basically done. They're just
good
kind of
trailers.
final touches on it. It's coming out next month, or next month.
Yep.
May?
Yeah.
Yeah.
However, Dark Phoenix and New Mutants are seeing a pretty massive delay.
Yeah. Massive.
Basically, both of those movies are being pushed into 2018. 19.
It is 2018 right now.
Pushing them into 2019. Dark Phoenix.
Ooh, that's a legitimate.
Dark Phoenix makes sense because it's
good.
they were doing reshoots. That movie is pretty filled with big actors. You've got James McAvoy, you've got Michael Fassbender, Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
Like, you got big name actors. So yes, scheduling conflicts makes a little bit of sense.
Yeah, and I know they weren't available till September or August.
Yeah, so
and if they followed that schedule, then the director only had about 3 months to work on special effects.
yeah.
It worked for Justice League.
Let's not.
They didn't want that.
This is a Marvel discussion.
We're not
we've
today.
we've established this early on.
It's still a Fox discussion, if you ask me.
But yeah, so
that one makes sense.
So yeah, Dark Phoenix is getting a little bit of delay into 2019. However, the big piece, which makes me a little bit more upset than anything,
We could tell at the start.
New Mutants is getting delayed until November of 2019. They are reshooting half of that film.
Yeah.
Not like a third, not a quarter. They're adding full characters to that movie.
Yes, the director finished his first cut, gave it to Fox. Fox said, nope,
Yeah.
we want it more distinct.
And so they're literally adding full characters to that story, not just like cameos or like appearances, like involved in the story. So they're at this point they might as well just reshoot that
I was
whole
just gonna say,
movie.
Why not just cut the movie
And
altogether?
start again.
And
Have a director's cut come out.
well, no,
Eventually.
but at that point, that one's a tricky one.
The whole half of that movie and like integral
it.
characters that they're going to be inserting into this movie.
And that never works.
I have concerns over that.
Like, that's really tough. And again, and I hate to keep doing this, but Justice League's one of those things. Even Suicide Squad, because they did the same thing, where all of a sudden they re-edited like a large portion of that flick.
Justice League.
And Justice League, obviously, you can tell a lot of the times when all of a sudden it's like a hard cut, and it's like something happens, and you're like, that scene wasn't in the original.
Or like the tone changes.
The tone changes drastically. Cut, and you're like,
the
whoa.
Aquaman sequence in when Batman or Bruce Wayne first meets Aquaman.
Yeah.
That scene, those cuts were bad.
Right.
Those are super rough. It's like you can see that's clearly just a backdrop, and
Yes.
that's like actual New Zealand.
But that's what I mean. It's like, and again, Justice League, I give more credit to Joss Whedon for the 6-month turnaround that he had.
Yeah, for turning that into what that movie ended up being.
To do
it
what
could have
it
been
did.
better, but it's
If
pretty
you
good.
would.
It's
Yeah.
not bad.
And to be fair, Rogue One did the same thing. They reshot a bunch of stuff, and people were worried.
Yes, but I think Rogue One was a special circumstance where they knew where the ending of that film was going to go.
Yes.
So they could kind of just do anything.
I know, but they obviously recut different
Yeah,
stuff. Like, we
sure.
have that one trailer where it's, what's her name walking out onto the thing, and the TIE fighter comes out.
Yeah.
And we're like, how's she going to fight a TIE fighter?
With a pistol.
With a pit, yeah. Pew!
I've seen
Boom.
I know Han Solo does this. So yeah, New Mutants seeing a massive delay. Keep in mind, just for a point of reference, this movie should have been out in about a month.
Yep.
It was supposed to be out in like a month or
And
two.
it got pushed back. This is the second time it got pushed back.
Yes.
I'm wondering if, well, and seeing that's the other piece
And this
too
movie,
is...
and this movie's New Mutants has big-ish actors in it. It's got that actor from Game of Thrones. Yeah. It's got the kid from Stranger Things.
Oh yeah.
One of the kids from Stranger Things. One of the senior characters. But yeah, like it's massive.
I'm wondering with this though, since it's pushed back essentially a year or over a year, because Fox Disney thing will be done, right?
It'll be done by then.
If this just doesn't get canceled altogether.
I'm wondering at that point.
I feel like it will.
Dark Phoenix, I think, still has a chance.
Well, I mean, especially if they've shot so much,
Mutants.
Especially with big names tied to this movie, they're not just gonna drop it.
Not well. You never know.
I was just gonna say it's at that point where
it's. Super,
but I want to say this.
It's a coincidence thing. It's just a happy coincidence that this deal got struck. These movies got pushed back.
I think seeing New Mutants at this point, man, that's tough.
So really, the only mutant movie coming out of Fox's slate this year is Deadpool 2. And even that's like a not quite mutant movie.
No, but it should do good enough for them.
It's testing odd. It's weirdly tested. Like some people love it and some people are not loving it. It's testing all over the place.
I've heard it was good.
Which is I'm more inclined to think that way.
Deadpool's in Professor X's chair spinning around. I mean,
doing wheelies.
They even made the joke about like we're not going to make a third one. You stop at the second one, you kill it.
Well, and honestly, like again with this whole Disney merger, that's possibly where some of this is coming from too.
Some higher ups going like, we don't have the money right now.
Or not even that. It's
like
legitimately
we know we're done. Why are we continuing?
We're not going to throw money into this anymore.
Or yeah, Disney's just sitting there going like, no, Kevin Feige's like, no,
this is how
we have a plan.
I honestly do think he is more focused on finishing up the fourth Avengers film at this point. Before
it's done.
It's done.
Post stuff, dude.
Yeah, they just sit there. He's a producer. He literally sits there outside going, I did this. I birthed this.
Here's some money.
10 years. This is my 10-year-old.
Well, because even
this is my 10-year-old.
James Gunn was tweeting saying like he's on set right now in a producing role, obviously. And I'm like, so what? You and Kevin just sit there all day going like, look at what we have birthed. Like, look at what we have done. Isn't it fantastic?
Joss Whedon, wish you were here.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. Like, it's not like he's got downtime where obviously he's sitting there going, X-Men ?
But dude, that's probably where he's thinking right now.
Yeah.
Like, if Avengers 4 set photos have anything to do with it, it's going to be a period piece again. So.
Well, yeah, because they've somehow Time Stone.
Time Stone. Time and Space
Stone. That's a Marvel solution.
Time and Space Stone.
Yeah. I'm wondering if that's how
Cable comes and ruins everything.
And honestly, that would be like... But that's what I say. Like,
I honestly expect Scarlet Witch to ruin more things than Cable.
But we've talked about it more, like, if you bring in the Deadpool universe of X-Men somehow, that's the universe.
That's your in. That's your in.
Yeah. Because even, like, his Colossus is better. Hi! His Colossus is better. Like, his X-Men, period, are just... like the better of the X-Men.
Yeah.
Like this whole build up to X-Force right now is insanely cool. So it's like I'd like to see X-Force even in.
I like to see Terry Crews more in an MCU movie than anything.
But that's what I mean. Like all of a sudden it's like if you bring his guys over, it's like all right,
that's a start.
All right, that's a better place to start than.
Who knows? Maybe this Disney stuff doesn't.
And who knows?
Get signed off in time. Who knows?
Well, that's the big piece.
It's still not officially signed over, right?
No, because it's going through
6 months to a year to
go through the legal stuff of non-compete and all that jazz.
That's why I said like New Mutants is pushed back so far that that's past that.
I can definitely see that being dropped more so than anything.
Well, and the funny thing is it's Fox's money right now that they're spending on a movie that they might not reap the benefits from. Like, that's the funny part is...
Maybe the last one they do.
I don't know.
Because it would still have their name.
I'm assuming, like, executive producer... But a lot of those people are already making their money. It's legitimately, like... Usually the heads of companies, and again, Justice League, that's why they pushed it out so fast, is because the big executive guys on that one got bonuses if they got the movie out in time. They get paid. So, yeah, that's the...
They ain't making it this time.
No.
Well,
and, like I said to Brian, because he watched Justice League, and you're just sitting there going, like, why not have taken a year, pushed that movie back, and done it properly?
New director and everything.
That's what I mean. Like,
but I feel like
I don't think the actors would be too happy about that.
But I think though, with such a high,
that's not their job.
With a high movie,
but if they had to redo it.
I think the expectations for Justice League were really, really high as well.
They were. But again...
It's incredibly high.
That's because they did it themselves.
Yes, they did.
Building it up like that.
Well, but again, this is the other part, is Justice League should have done stupidly well. But it came in...
It was following Wonder Woman.
Well, except it followed more to the point Batman v Superman.
It was. But... It's the average moviegoer going like, oh yeah, I really enjoyed Wonder Woman. Yeah. The next film is this.
Except more of them went, it's Batman and Superman in a movie. That didn't work out too well the last time.
I feel like it worked out great this time.
But it could have been so much better if they would have given Joss a year. That's why these bonus things make no sense to me. It's like, the movie has to be out by here and you get a bonus. And I'm like, shouldn't it be if the movie performs X well,
yes,
you get a bonus? Because I feel like that would pressure people into making good movies.
And a lot of times, directors and writers don't see much more past their initial pay stub.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But I mean, directors I get, but I mean, that's the producers sitting there going, like, I want my bonus. I don't care what schlop we put out. And it's like, that's not how you should be running a movie franchise that you want to succeed.
Well, that's why they
you look at something like
redo it at all.
And that's why you look at, like, on the other point of view, like, you look at something like Ant-Man.
Yeah.
That should have been out eons ago.
Yeah.
And, again, some of it was creative differences. But by and large, that movie was going to be a wildly different movie than it was now.
Yeah.
So, seeing where that turned out, too.
I don't know.
Obviously, they took their time. They took their time with
Fox.
Ant-Man, and we got an excellent movie out of that.
Yes. So yeah, I'm wondering if these delays are part of a Disney type thing.
And you know what? We'll never know. We will never know.
Well, we will if a New Mutants movie comes out and it's all about, these new mutants that have appeared in the world.
And it's not a horror movie, and Tony gets mad at it because it's not a horror movie.
It'll not be what you were expecting at all. It'll just be
massive disappointment.
It'll just literally be like new, and then like a really tiny X somewhere, like new X Mutants or something, new X-Men, something like that.
Well, I don't care. I just want a scary hero movie.
Yeah, you're not getting that for a while.
No, probably not.
Not until 2019.
And this is the reason I kind of say this is because our next point of news is the Fantastic Four.
I do have something in line with this piece, but we'll talk about it at the same time.
Cool. So Fantastic Four.
So Fantastic Four is the big comic book news this week.
Yes, they are coming back to the comics in August. So,
as part of their relaunch.
Yeah, so Dan Slott, who writes for Amazing Spider-Man right now, does a pretty good job. He's moving over to the Fantastic Four comic along with Sarah Piccoli or something like that. She used to do Ultimate Spider-Man stuff. So the two of them are moving together. Right now in the comics, The Thing and Human Torch.
They have a duo, don't they?
They have a duo going because they're searching for Reed Richards and Sue Storm and their kids who have gone missing. Yeah, well, they have more. They have a couple of kids.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
I only know about Franklin.
Well, that's because Franklin's the popular one because he got his own comic line. But so they're searching for those two. So clearly, they find them. Because
I do like their teaser image that they post.
Yeah,
that's
it's beautiful. So either way, in August we get the Fantastic Four back. But here's the thing that Marvel Comics really likes to do: is when they lost the rights to X-Men, they pretty much cut most of their X-Men comics.
Mm-hmm. They even made an X-Men versus Inhumans line.
Like they pretty much tried to start pushing Inhumans until Inhumans started doing not so good, and now they've suddenly brought back like Wolverine and like a couple mutants, but it's not like X-Men used to be. Like, X-Men used to be a giant line.
Yeah. Where they're
back when Joss used to write them.
Well, creating a new mutant every week.
Right. Like, it's now down to this for, like, X-Men comics in a comic book store. And along with that, Fantastic Four obviously got cut, just saving a couple of them who have kind of done Avengers team-ups. And that's more, like, the Thing gets to stick around because he's like Wolverine. He's like, yeah, I'm part of the Fantastic Four. And the Avengers. And sometimes I'll team up with this guy. And this guy. And this guy. And the Human Torch is involved enough with Spider-Man and other team-ups that they're like, all right, you two get to stay, but part of your team goes, and we're not actually releasing a Fantastic Four line. So there's no comic that actually is the Fantastic Four. And so them coming back to the comics, I'm thinking clearly means part of that thing, the Disney deal.
Down the road, it'll pay off some more.
Well, no, part of that Disney deal is done. And they're just not saying
probably
anything.
just guaranteed that those parts are done.
Well, because that's the thing, is they go through everything. The government can say, like, nope to this part and yep to this part. So I'm assuming Marvel's gotten some yeps.
Probably just the Fantastic Four, since you haven't heard really much about the X-Men stuff.
Well, but they're slowly releasing
X-Men's kind of a bigger one.
So I'm thinking they'll wait till a Comic-Con or something to be like, guess what's coming back?
And it'll be comics.
X-Men, yeah. But that's the big piece, and then...
Inversely,
yes,
they also are releasing a Death of the Inhumans comic line.
See,
that tanked.
It's all connected.
So no more Inhumans in the comics or at least the level that they tried to push them.
Right.
Whatever happened to that Terrigenesis cloud that is floating around Earth?
Got sucked up in a black hole.
Yeah.
Stupid Jeff.
Killing
Galactus
mutants.
ate it.
He just came down. He's like, I need a snack.
Cloud.
Good enough.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll be back for you, Earth.
This is too gassy.
Yeah, I'll be back for you, Earth. I need to use the lavatory.
Doesn't sit well.
Gotta go find Pluto.
So yeah, big change ups in the comics.
But I feel like that's where this, because as soon as I saw Fantastic Four come back to the comics,
I think everybody,
like, they got the rights back.
Everybody thought about that.
They got the movie rights back. That's the only reason Fantastic Four is coming back.
Yeah,
and
I can see that in like 2021 or something like that. Another Fantastic Four something.
I feel like
I can see 2020, 2021.
I feel like the end of Avengers 4, that's our post-credit teaser thing is...
You're casting some Fantastic Four characters?
Or just the tower of the
tower,
tower.
Something. Like, we're going to get something that is Fantastic Four-esque.
Everyone thought it was going to be in Infinity War, but...
I wouldn't put it in Infinity War. Like, I
feel like that would have been way too soon.
That's way too
Avengers
soon.
4 is far too long to just throw in the Fantastic Four.
Also, the amount of people that you'd have to keep tight-lipped about something like that is astronomical.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
but
Tom Holland would have leaked that eons ago.
Oh my god, you should have seen me in the Human Torch!
Sebastian. Mark Ruffalo. Mark Ruffalo's like, that fight scene with the Thing.
The Thing in the Hulk,
I was fighting the Thing. Yeah, that Thing.
That Thing. You know, the Thing. I can't think of what the thing is right now.
I was fighting two massive things fighting each other. I can't think of that thing.
No, I feel like, and especially going into Phase 4, that is a great time to bring in the Fantastic Four.
And it's small enough that you can do the four of them rather than the mutants, which is this giant family of roster of characters.
Well, you don't need them all, like you said.
No, but
I feel, post-credit scene of Avengers 4 is bringing in...
Cosmic.
Because who knows...
and that's the...
And who knows,
that's
like, the apparently set rumors, like, Silver Surfer's in Infinity War, apparently. Who knows? That's just some of the rumors.
Or you have a giant hand coming out.
That's their next big bad guy that they build up to.
No.
After Marvel's like, we're not building up to big bad guys anymore. All of a sudden they're like,
Galactus.
No, I vote Doctor Doom before Galactus.
No.
I vote Doctor Doom.
I would build up...
If you're going cosmic and space, you need
Oh, no, you can do both.
I would build
Doom.
I would build up Galactus as, like, the guy after another 10 years that everybody has to team up and fight. Doctor Doom you build up over, like, 2 or 3
films.
Fantastic Four movies.
Or even an Iron Man.
Or Iron Man, or even
Ironheart.
Captain America movie or whatever. Like, there's this...
Survive.
If they all survive!
We don't know
someone's gonna die. Time Stone.
And everybody's back!
Yeah, Soul Stone brings them back.
I feel like... I don't know, I keep thinking about it, and I know they're all like, oh, you're gonna be, like, crying in the theater, and I'm like, but in Avengers 4, am I gonna be like, saw that coming, because they're back to life? Like...
Yeah. Pretty much
as a comic book person, we won't be incredibly sad for too long.
Well, and in all honesty, I know people want people to die because there's like a
weight to it. Especially when it's like you see Captain America get
bring back people to life.
But I don't want anybody to die because I want them all to keep doing more movies.
I feel like Chris Evans is definitely going to take a backseat a little bit.
He is.
Sounds like he's pretty much done.
He does want to be done. I feel like he'll be on a case-by-case basis.
I feel,
like
and that's
RDJ.
the big piece. I agree with them. I would not at this point want to sign another 8-movie deal.
Yeah, it would.
I get it. But
movie by movie,
especially if they've been in it since
like
8 or 9 years, right?
Right, and that's the thing is like Robert Downey Jr. was all like, "I'm done," and then back, and then all of a sudden he's signing a deal to do Spider-Man. Like that was an extra. That was a new contract. That was a separate contract.
I was gonna say that was a one-off.
That was a one-off though, and if he keeps doing those,
right?
I'm good.
Like he doesn't have to appear in a follow-up to Doctor Strange, or he doesn't have to appear in a follow-up to. But they could be like, "Oh, Iron Man.
We got an idea for an Iron Man 4. Let's do it." And he's like, reads the script, goes, "Yeah, okay."
Or the other way around. It's like, "Nah, no."
Well, but that was his big thing. As long as his character keeps progressing, he'll keep doing. Like, he's like, I'm down to keep doing it as long as it's not just, like, Tony Stark puts on suit, flies around, does like he's like my character has to be important to the goings on of what's happening. Like it's the same. With
And
Civil War.
he wouldn't have agreed to Spider-Man if that wasn't the direction the character went. And
Right.
Yeah.
That character went in an amazing direction.
Well, but that's even he was talking about that on interviews before Spider-Man. Like they got the rights to Spider-Man. He's like, I think it would be really cool if like Tony Stark started trying to mentor some of these younger people, especially a science-minded kid like Peter Parker. Like he had the idea pretty much. Like right as they got the rights back to the movies, and they're like, Robert Downey Jr. just had a brilliant plan. Like,
let's do it.
He's willing to sign on for this movie. Like,
I'm interested to see how they deal with the Captain America thing, because it's basically the giant elephant in the room. Like, who's going to pick up the shield next?
Falcon, because they've already confirmed that Winter Soldier is going to be called White Wolf now.
I was going to say...
I thought that was just the Easter egg. But
they've confirmed that he is now going to be referred to as White Wolf, which is a Black Panther.
It's a Black Panther character. I don't agree with that one, but...
So that would mean that Falcon would be picking it up. Which, to me...
Or it's a red herring, and now you're like, whoa,
why not both? Yeah. Why not both?
I am the white Captain America. Wait, no.
Wait, hold on a second. Black Captain America?
No, can't do no.
Black America?
I think you inject something into Sam, and then he becomes...
I am Captain... I don't know. Captain Panther.
I honestly, I don't agree with the White Wolf thing, if that is...
That's what they're going with. So which means he's probably showing up in more Black Panther movies.
Well, Sebastian Stan signed on for like an infinite amount of these films.
I would have.
I think he signed the biggest one, didn't he?
12.
Again, I would have.
He signed on for a total of like...
You're not that well known at the time. Why not?
Okay, if someone offered you base price for an actor is still a butt ton of money. So they're like, we're gonna give you $100,000 to be a comic book character once a year for the next 20 years. I'll do it for 50.
Done.
That's what I mean. Like,
yeah, he's signed on for for 12 or 13 of them or something.
I'd sign on for.
That was right after the first Avenger. He signed on for way more than Chris Evans did.
Yeah, I'd sign on for 100 of them.
But I think Chris Evans has also passed his contract.
Oh, he's been past his contract forever.
Yeah, they had to re-sign him for Avengers 4 because Avengers 3 was his last.
Yeah, but this is his third one to go into 4 because he was supposed to be done after.
Well, I think it was a weird contract because those movies were supposed to be the same.
Well, because he went to Dark World. He was in Dark World.
Those were his cameos.
Those don't count.
No, they count. He had actual movies that he had to do and so many cameo appearances.
So does the Mark Ruffalo one count at the end of Iron Man 3? Because that counted as one, didn't it?
So should Captain America at the end of Spider-Man.
I think that was a separate.
But the Mark Ruffalo one, I think they counted.
Still cameos.
I think Mark Ruffalo's counted as his appearance.
Spider-Man was a completely separate because it wasn't MCU.
They're pretty cool with that.
No, but they are. Like, they all had to sign different contracts for that one.
Yeah, it's
Robert Downey Jr.
It's a different parent company.
Yeah,
sure.
So yeah, no, they literally went to Chris Evans going like, "We'll give you, what, $100,000."
Remember that old suit you had to wear?
Yeah, film for like 5 seconds.
Do you still have that old suit?
But I feel like that's where they're gonna go now.
I wonder what the Mark Ruffalo one in Iron Man 3, if that one was a
that was a cameo.
You think that was a cameo?
Yes.
Or just filmed from a previous something or other.
No. I don't know. No, that one can't have been.
But yeah, so I
don't know.
We're not lawyers.
No.
We've been over that.
We don't know how these contracts work until we see them in our face, and we don't.
But I feel like we're going to get some Fantastic Four news, movie-wise.
In the next 2 or 3 years.
In the next little bit. I'm not even...
By Infinity War.
I was going to say, by the time Infinity War and then Comic-Con,
I would say
Infinity War will die down?
I would say the earliest we'll see it is around or after Captain Marvel.
You think? Yeah, and that makes more sense, too. Cosmic stuff.
Yeah. Especially if they're bringing in Skrulls.
Yeah. There you go.
There.
Do we want to leave comic book stuff for a second, or do we want to keep?
Let's go into comic book. Let's go into comic book stuff and then finish on
with that.
Yeah.
So last bit of news for comic book movie related junk.
I'm very excited for 2 of these castings.
Yeah.
I think most of us are.
So 3.
3. Well, I mean,
2 for sure.
2 for sure. So Captain Marvel, they started releasing a bigger synopsis of which actors are coming back and reprising their roles, because as we all know, it is a 1990s piece.
Yes.
So some characters happen to be still alive, namely Ronan the Accuser, played by insert name here,
Lee Pace,
as well as Cole's Agent Coulson, being reprised by Clark Gregg. The one way, Greg Clark.
Clark Gregg.
Yeah.
Greg Clark. Clark Gregg.
Clark Gregg.
Clark Gregg.
Clark Gregg.
One of the two.
Why does he have 2 first names?
I don't know.
He's son of Cole. That's the best joke in the...
I know, I still love that.
That's right after the sneakers thing for me. In terms of like puns and stupid jokes that they make.
I will return, son of Cole.
The first time I watched it, I was like, okay, what is that? Doesn't make sense. And then rewatching it,
there was legitimately someone just on Reddit the other day that was like, today I learned, like, when Thor,
son of Cole,
when Thor refers to Coulson, he refers to him as son of Cole because like that's how his name is put together, and Norwegians used to, like, you know,
backwards and forwards.
Well, but that's how your father's name and then son is how you're named.
Yeah.
So it's just...
I had to point that out to my fiance, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, son of Cole."
But this would mean like someone figured it out. It's how long after the movie's been out.
So clever. Anyway, so yeah, Clark Gregg is back in the movies.
Yeah.
But in the 1990s, this is the only way we're gonna get him back on the film.
So here's my shtick. I believe, because we know Avengers 4, we just talked about it. Obviously, the Time Stone comes into play.
Yes.
So I'm wondering if that's how we actually end up getting Captain Marvel back.
I want to say she goes out to go fight things in space.
And then comes back.
And then Fury has a signal or something. Or
I'll be honest.
He sends out...
He doesn't have a bat signal for Captain Marvel. That doesn't happen in the comics.
No.
Like a beacon, maybe?
See, here's my thing. I think... Obviously, something happens with Captain Marvel because...
She had some roles in Infinity War, but they had to cut it.
And we talked about that last week.
Okay.
But here's the big shtick for me is they've had, you know, the Chitauri come. Why wasn't he putting the signal on when they showed up? Like, I'll try and ramshackle these guys together.
They had confidence and...
But he didn't really have confidence in the thing.
Yes, he did.
It's the same argument of like, why? Well, if all of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s files are leaked, why don't they find out if Coulson's still alive?
And I get that kind of stuff, but I think Captain Marvel, like,
kept out of the books.
I think Captain Marvel legitimately just being like, you know, Samuel L. Jackson going like, we need someone who used to fight for us, like.
I know someone.
Well, and it's like, and then like, literally, it's going. Why didn't she come in when we were fighting giant space aliens? We could have used another god,
or fighting
giant robot army. Like at some point,
or fighting
Nick,
Thanos.
Maybe you should have called her. So my thing is, something happens to her in her movie.
Put on ice.
Sure.
The winter Captain Marvel,
and like someone else pointed out. Guardians of the Galaxy facing something that big. Why isn't she showing up?
She has her own thing to do.
More important than saving the galaxy?
Well, we won't.
The Kree are testing
We won't know.
Either way, here's my shtick. I think the Time Stone gets used. They suck her back to the present with a nice time jump, and they bring Coulson with them.
So you're gonna have Coulson in the movies?
I was gonna say you're gonna piss off all the people that really invested in the TV show.
That's how I'm retconning him back into the movies.
You're gonna piss off all the people who have been watching the TV show.
Oh well.
He's on a weird time jump in the frickin' movies, or in the TV show.
They came back.
No, did they?
Yeah, they came back.
I read some synopsis on what was going on for.
I'm behind. I'm behind, but that's the short answer is they're back in the present.
Woohoo!
Yay. But that's my thought process. Time Stone has something wonky, and that's how we end up. Either way, Brie Larson is like, let's just go through this list because there's actually quite a few people coming back. So Brie Larson obviously is Captain Marvel.
She's not coming back.
Surprise!
She hasn't been in it.
She is in the movie. Brie Larson is in the movie. Yeah.
Spoilers.
Jude Law.
Yes.
Yeah.
As we already know, as Marvel. The Ben Mendelsohn.
Tarkin. No,
yeah,
not Tarkin.
Not Tarkin. The guy who Tarkin hates.
In Rogue One, yes.
Yeah. Non-specified role as of yet.
I'm speculating that he's Jan Rog.
Jan Rog.
Sure.
A ruthless but highly jealous Kree commander. So like they're casting a lot of extra Kree in this flick. Obviously Samuel Jackson's back.
Mm-hmm.
Clark Gregg.
Yay.
Colby
Smulders
as Maria Hill, and like someone else said, it like it's. I kind of want to see where all these people are because obviously like Coulson's going to be a like
rookie
junior agent sort of thing.
Yeah.
Maria Hill's going to be like
lower,
a couple steps
so
above
there's
him.
someone below Nick Fury.
So someone else is
I would like to see Coulson applying for the job, working at Shield.
Sure, here's your first day. Let's go. So that's my thing is like we're getting these people kind of in the movies. How far along is even Nick Fury at this point? Like in the 90s,
there might be someone else in charge, and this is his taking over story.
Right. Like that's kind of the.
It's supposed to be the Kree-Skrull War, though. That doesn't happen on Earth.
At the end of it does.
We're gonna find out, and again,
maybe
movies have changed a lot of stuff. So
I think those are those three, Nick Fury, Maria Hill, and Coulson are going to be more cameos.
And they could be.
I think it'll start out because she has to start out on Earth because she's a fighter pilot.
Yep.
She'll get sucked up into space, combined with
their
powers.
What do they call it in Thor Ragnarok? The devil's asshole or something like that?
Oh yeah, she'll end up that way. Obviously Ronan's back, which is cool.
Yes.
Yes.
Jimon Honsu.
Bless you.
Korath.
Is back as Korath.
I mean, that being a 1990s piece, then
everybody gets to come. Everybody, you get to come back, and you get to come
except
back.
for Captain America.
Except because
he's still frozen.
He's a capsicle.
He's still frozen.
He's still a capsicle.
And then they've just started casting a bunch of people that we don't know who they are yet. So that they're literally people are online going like, she kind of looks like this person from the comics. Gemma Chan.
Looks like she's going to be the main...
Minerva, she seems to be the main antagonist while she is in the comics. So Dr. Minerva. Mm-hmm. One of the guys from the Warcraft movie has been cast in unspecified roles, so... Should be pretty exciting. I kind of hoping we get a bit of a S.H.I.E.L.D. movie out of this.
A S.H.I.E.L.D. movie?
Little bits.
We've been asking for one
I
forever.
see more cameos.
I see more cosmic
cameos.
I agree.
I mean, we'll see.
I agree. I think this is going to be more of a cosmic
and that's why she's not
film.
here.
What?
It's not. Yeah, she's going to be in space.
She's
space fighting.
Oh yeah. So. Well, she's showing in her costume on Earth, so.
Mm-hmm. What looks like Earth. A lot of
Brooklyn.
CGI there.
As they just make it all go away. We got this. She's not on Earth anymore.
Yeah.
Just walking around in a clunky costume on some alien planet.
It doesn't look that clunky.
It's definitely... Her boots always looked a little off to me, but they fix all that stuff up in post.
Oh, yeah.
So. That's even like half the costumes you see them on the people, and you're like, huh. And then it's CG, and then after they're just like, and smoothed out.
Yeah, like don't take leak set photos of it.
Oh, no, never.
Especially when people are still getting angry over that green suit.
I'm not. It makes sense.
Fine.
It's in the comics.
I'm fine with it.
That's her original costume.
She'll get her red and green, or red and blue and gold soon.
Yeah. I know people are still hoping that some of these people are someone's playing Nova. Like if we're getting...
I'm more interested
in
the
original Nova.
The real...
Right. If we're getting...
Glenn Close is an actual Nova fighter.
I know.
And then when she comes into Guardians, she's retired.
Yeah, but that's what I mean, like actual Nova.
Yeah.
So that's what people are kind of hoping with Ronan coming back.
Mm-hmm.
We do have Nova and the Nova Corps kind of...
Like some sort of centralized hero rather than just a Nova Corps.
Yeah. So
I'd be okay with that.
It's called the Nova Corps, though.
It is, but it's super awkward, the naming convention.
Nova Prime was never supposed to...
the Green Lanterns of
the space cops?
Yeah.
Space cops?
Crazy, I know.
It's like there's a...
It's like DC
simile.
and Marvel always used to do the same stuff. So yeah, no, that's exciting. It's good to see Clark Gregg back in the movie.
I think that was the biggest takeaway is both Clark Gregg and...
Ronan back.
Yes, those two characters.
Well, and Ronan coming back is just big because obviously it is Skrull and Kree, so it'll be nice to see Ronan.
Well, and many people feel that he was one of the worst villains. So
he was very one-dimensional.
This might give him more backstory.
Yeah. So.
I agree. In that regards.
Cool.
moving on.
Yes.
So Pokemon Go has had a couple of big things drop recently.
Yeah.
Other than having obviously adding more shiny Pokemon to the game that you can encounter. Lugia, Murkrow, the shiny baby forms have been released. But the newest single biggest update since probably the game launched, or ever since Raids launched, is now the research update, which allows you to... It's basically a giant quest system.
Right.
Yeah.
Which allows you to take on certain quests, research tasks, as they call it in the game, and you get small little rewards for it. So
it gives you a reason to actually go outside.
It gives you a reason to go outside. Each quest is different.
Go outside every day.
Yes. So, for example, if you catch like 10 Pokemon using a Great Ball, you might get a couple potions in return. Or if you, depending on, you spin 5 Pokestops, you get a revive or something like that.
Yeah.
But the big piece about this is that that's the field research. There's also special research, and in this case, it is the path on to catching Mew. Mew is the big end game at this point. If you complete all the special research tasks, you are
basically as a group. Like they'll take in however many research point people get in total around the world.
No.
Okay.
There are people right now who already have Mew. But the problem, those are all spoofers, though, because some of the requests are ludicrous.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Some of them where it's like, you need to evolve a Magikarp.
Okay.
You need
Get right on that.
You need 400 Magikarp candies.
Now, if I've previously evolved a Magikarp, I have to do it again.
You have to do it again.
Sweet.
There are 2 different types of research.
Right. So the field research is just your generic. Yeah. Once you can do as many of them as you want.
The field ones you get from Pokesto and Pokestops.
Right, and you can hold up to
certain
3
challenges.
And you can hold up to 3 of them.
And I found I did it today. It was interesting that it will have a random Pokemon that's not even around you pop up as a catchable thing.
Right, so that's one of the random rewards for the field research. You can get items, you can get TMs, Stardust, or you can get rare Pokemon to spawn.
Doduo.
The Doduo is actually fairly rare for us. It's surprisingly rare. But
still,
the big piece about it is that you can do as many research tasks as you want in a day, but the first one you do of the day earns you a research stamp. And once you've collected 7 stamps,
okay.
So once you've collected 7 stamps, you unlock the a research breakthrough, which grants you additional Stardust, a mystery item, and an even more rare Pokemon. And so the big thing for that is that the Japanese Pokemon Go website has advertised that you can catch Moltres again. One of the rare... And you can use your regular Pokeballs. You don't need to use those stupid frickin' Premier Balls.
They got rid of the New Year's.
I didn't think it was a day thing. I thought it was when you finish those set... for their professor's research one, when you finish his set, you get a stamp.
No, it's the field research. You get a stamp. The special...
No, I did. I got one already.
No, it doesn't count like that. That's not how it works.
I will show you.
Right, so you do the field research. I was out all day yesterday figuring this out. When you do the field research, the first one you do for the day, you get a stamp.
That's the fields for everyone you do, and that one you get a stamp.
No, the first one. You can only get 1 stamp per day. So you should have 2
now. I don't play that much.
So you should have 2 stamps if you've been playing.
I played yesterday and it didn't give me a stamp.
You should have a stamp from yesterday. We'll take a look at yours later.
Complete field research to collect stamps towards rewards. You can receive only 1 research stamp each day for completing field research.
You can complete as many real researches as you want.
I found it.
You can complete as many as you want, but the first one will get you a stamp.
Yesterday.
Maybe you didn't complete it then. I'm not sure.
Because it felt like...
We'll take a look at the journal, because your journal also tells you...
It felt like when, with the professor's field research, or the
special research.
Yes. It was...
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, Sangs.
It felt like with that one is when you finish his 3 set that he has, that you get a stamp.
No. It's the ones on the left side. The ones on the right side don't contribute to the 7 stamps. Because the ones on the right side... pertain only to catching Mew.
So the professor's ones for Mew, the field one is just you get something special.
Right. And so the way
maybe I got this.
And so the way that they've sort of organized this news, it's brilliant because they now are in the code. There's a a difference between legendary Pokemon and mythical Pokemon. Legendary Pokemon in Pokemon Go.
We talk about video game news and movie news and nerd news all together.
Yes, we are.
Right now it's Pokemon Go.
Right now we are discussing Pokemon Go updates.
We are now discussing the research update for it. So a legendary Pokemon in Pokemon Go is considered Kyogre.
Can I catch them with a regular Pokeball?
And that's the nice thing. So once you get all 7 stamps, you unlock that research breakthrough, which at the moment you can catch either Moltres or Articuno or Zapdos again, but you can use your regular Pokeballs or Ultra Balls.
I got a question too. Do I have to streak it or can I take a day off?
You can take a day off.
Good.
Fortnite has not done anything of note this week, so
no, it's still good. It's still a game.
Well, they have the guided missile now.
Yeah, I don't think enough of us play that to know the difference.
They added more stuff.
They added a guided missile.
Woo.
I think
again, that's not a major game update.
I think we want a new map.
I was going to say PlayerUnknown Battleground adding a new map is more worthy of talking about.
And it's a smaller map too.
True.
Yeah.
So,
hey, Sisu.
But the nice thing about the special research is that at this point, it is to get Mew. But they've set it up in a way that they can release other mythical Pokemon for people to catch that's not in an EX raid.
Good. I don't like raids.
So
I'm not strong enough.
Basically,
that is a nice way of doing that.
Right, and this really benefits a lot of the rural players because you can do your research stamps, seven research stamps, and then you can get a chance to catch a rare Pokemon again, such as Moltres or Lugia or Articuno, that kind of stuff.
I am a collector.
I haven't played since January 15th.
Yeah, we've got 2 doggies
She's
here.
whining.
We have 2 doggies here.
We blocked her off.
We blocked them off. That's why they're whining.
They're children, more or less. Yes.
Pancake and Echo say hi.
But yeah, that's the big research update that had dropped this week. Well, yesterday.
Yep.
The nice thing also,
Hey,
for the field, woohoo! For the field research, if you're going out in a group, when you spin a stop to get field research, if everyone in your group sort of spins the same stop, you get the same task so that you can play it together. And it's not random.
Mine are super easy right now.
Some of them are super easy.
And I like the super easy ones.
These tasks can range from, again, spinning Pokestops to catching Pokemon.
I had one where it was go do a gym battle. No.
Yes.
I deleted it. I'm not doing that.
You can delete them though?
Yep.
Yes, you can clear out the ones that are too difficult.
And the ones I have right now is one is go catch either a water, ground, or fire.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, a leaf, ground, and fire.
Grass.
Whatever. And then another one is catch poison.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can't remember what my third one is.
Some of the ones are... But some of the more difficult tasks require catching Pokemon in a curved, excellent ball. Which rewards...
I would delete that so fast because I...
But it also gives you a bigger reward, too.
Don't care.
So you started playing again, what, last week?
2 weeks ago.
What are you level at?
16.
Oh, it's super easy to catch it.
I told you.
It's super easy.
Again, I haven't caught a Pokemon since January.
And also, these Pokemon are new right now for me.
So. Right, so you're getting a lot of experience.
And plus the experience from the research that you do, you get lots.
Right. As well, there's a Pokemon Go April Fool's Day update.
I love it.
One of the coolest updates.
They've changed.
They should just keep it. They've changed all of the Pokédex sprites and the nearby Pokemon sprites to 8-bit.
I cannot see
colors.
It being hard for them to literally have an option in a menu, like the settings somewhere that says
I know.
Classic Pokemon. It's there. It's in the game.
And they've done that so many times for other
Yeah.
little tweaks that they really should just do that.
Absolutely.
I'm almost ashamed that I would probably even pay for that. Like, here's like $3.
Well, and I just getting back into it.
I'm
noticing I'm probably going to need a bigger backpack and a place to hold Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to pay for that.
No, and you can still get your 50 coins a day.
How?
But I've noticed that with this new research update that you get so many ones that say battle the gym or,
Maybe they'll give me coins.
battle X amount of times in a gym. I'm having a hard time holding gyms now because a lot of people are more inclined to
Which is
do
good.
quick.
I mean, this was
And
when I
yeah.
saw this update online. Obviously, I don't log in that often, but when I saw it online, and I'm like, this is good because this will actually get people
out there
doing stuff again.
and it's something that's different every time you go out, which is the nice big piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually
rather than just going like, oh, I'll just make sure I do my first catch, make sure I do my first spin, close the game. Whereas this, it's like, oh, I have to go and find these Pokestops, or I need to go find the specific Pokemon.
Right.
Like, well, the ones I have for the professor was hatch 3 eggs.
Yes.
Which I already did this morning. Because I had like 1.6s, 2 of them, so I'm like there.
Right. And so the Professor Willow's special research, those are always going to be set in the specific. Like, those are the ones you need to do. And that's why one of them is to evolve a Magikarp.
Is the Professor's one?
Yeah.
Yep. I don't even have a Magikarp yet.
Yep. My fiance just evolved her Magikarp like about a couple months ago. She's like, oh.
Oh. Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for, is to evolve, where they want me to evolve certain Pokemon. Right. Or not certain Pokemon, but
that's
Pokemon.
later down the road in his research. I think it's like step 6 or something like that.
Okay, because I'm only on 2.
Right.
No, 1.
No, you should be on 2.
I did the original one that he gave me. Which
you need to do all 3 to move on to the next step.
Pokestops, catch, and transfer.
So you're probably on step 2.
I'm on step 2, which is get 2 candies.
Yep.
Get hatch 3 eggs and get 10 great throws.
Right. So
I love how the great throws don't even count unless you catch it.
No, it counts. It counts if you don't catch it. Great throws and excellent throws count as the tier below it.
I never get an excellent, so that's okay.
But if you hit a great throw and the Pokemon runs, or you have to throw a second ball, it counts the first one.
Good.
It counts the first one, which
I was a little concerned about that.
It does. Yes. We were worried about that as well.
Moves.
I'm on step 4, which I need to earn 5 candies walking with a buddy, and I need to evolve 20 Pokemon, which is easy enough to do. I just haven't gotten to it yet.
Pidgeys and Weedles.
Yep, basically.
I need more
and
Pokeballs.
Rattata.
I'm running out of Pokeballs.
I need to catch 3 Bug-type Pokemon, and I can encounter a wild
I have to get any Pokestops.
Yeah.
Go
for a walk.
The early research so far is for the wild Pokemon encounters.
Anyway.
He's got a couple over there.
This way, that way, whatever.
The nice thing about the wild Pokemon encounters is that if there's a shiny variant for the Pokemon that comes up, it's got a higher chance of it being a shiny Pokemon. That's what early people have said. Have been posting lots of pictures of shiny Magikarp, shiny Bulbasaur that they've catching through the field research.
Still waiting for Squirtles.
Still waiting for Squirtles, yes.
Squirtles, I caught a Bulbasaur. I started with a Charmander.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Clyde.
Sweet.
I have a Bulbasaur. I have a Charmander. I just need a Squirtle. What is it?
Oh, the Minun and Plusm were on the same spot, and so the character models were clipping through each other. Yes, so that's the big Pokemon news update. So far, I think that'll satisfy a lot of the longtime players for quite some time.
A little bit.
Definitely until the next generation drops.
Sure.
And like I said, this special research update will allow Niantic to release Pokemon that don't need to be in EX raids but are still rare enough, like Celebi, Jirachi, Victini, whatever they want, right? They could even use it to release regional variants.
Right.
So, for example, I don't want to go to Australia. Well, if you do this, you might have a chance of encountering a regional Pokemon that's not in your region.
Yeah.
So if you do all 8 of these steps, it's obviously enough work to get to it.
I have a couple questions for you after.
That's cool. Okay. So that's it. That's my Pokemon Go update.
Woo!
Minute. It's a big change. It's a welcome change.
It's a good change.
No, like I said, I saw it online and I went.
And that'll
help.
And quests have
not
been
me, but it'll help.
Quests have been one of the longest. We'll go for walks in the summer. Remember that time we tried to play and we stopped because of the server issues? We're like, what do? That was when
the game first came out. We're like, we're gonna go for a walk.
And then the server crashed, and we're like, what?
Now what do? Do we just stop walking?
Just go hang out the ledge.
No, we were in the middle of the
No, we were walking this way because I'm like, there's Pokestops this way. It's a nice walk. Let's just go.
Let's go for half an hour.
We're like,
I think they took one out by my house.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
No.
They've been
There was a park one right by my house, and now it's gone.
Yeah, they've been adjusting a lot of stops lately.
It's stupid because a neighborhood over, they have one at their park. Still.
Well, then I have to walk over to that neighborhood.
We'll go to that neighborhood. You get the distance for the kilometers on your egg anyways.
I'm more concerned about getting candies for my Charmander.
Well, there you go. We get some candies for your Charmander.
Charmy. Yeah, make him your buddy and go for a walk.
He is my buddy.
Well, there you go.
That's how you get
candies. Like 2 candies.
That's actually
walk more.
That's 6 kilometers. That's pretty good.
That's a bus.
Don't make them increase that speed anymore. People are going to be fast walking, it'll be like, stop driving.
I was hoping
people on bicycles are...
They're having a hard time.
Yeah, some of the, like, those bike messengers go real fast, and obviously they're like, we'll play this with our Go Plus. It's like...
I was hoping, because we have a treadmill in our house, that would work.
No.
Fun fact,
that doesn't work.
If you have an Apple Watch and you connect it to the Pokemon Go, it does track treadmill distance.
Oh, really?
Because it grabs the distance from the watch, and the watch knows that you're on a treadmill. It does work if you're on a treadmill.
I tried holding it in my hand while running, and there was no difference. I'm like, fine, be that way.
No, it's all GPS.
GPS, or, again, with the Apple Watch, because the Apple Watch does fitness, so it grabs... Pokemon Go grabs the data from the watch.
I'm still pissy there's not an application for
the Android?
Yeah.
That'll never happen, and at this point, it'll never happen. Seeing where Android Wear is going, it probably will never happen.
It's called Wear OS now, by the way.
See? It's got an identity crisis.
No, they rebranded the whole thing.
But yeah,
cool.
Research update. Go out and research.
So that is our show for
today,
the newscast.
Yes.
Stay tuned.
We'll talk about stuff that we've been playing and movies we've watched and games we've experienced.
On the
Netflix
post-credit show coming up in about 5 minutes.
We need to have a quick break.
We need to
refresh. We need to
let dogs out. Let the
change
stream
underwear.
die.
Change underwears. That kind of
stuff.
Just
exchange underwear is really what we do.
Yeah, it's magical underwear. It's not magical chairs.
Yeah, it's
one of us is not
the traveling underwear.
Spoilers. One of us is not wearing underwear.
If it was the sisterhood of the brotherhood of the traveling underpants, see, look, we got ourselves. Only one person.
Erotica.
Only one person is wearing underwear right now.
I don't want to be part of this movie anymore. On that note. We'll see you guys soon.
See you in 5 minutes. Thanks for watching. Bye.